Welcome everybody to Games Cast by PanderNyrl. If you wish to see more commented games, please follow my YouTube and Twitch pages below.
Welcome everyone. On the blue team we do see an Evelynn in the mid, Master Yi in the jungle, and a Draven down bottom, Ahri in the mid, and a Talon in the jungle. This will be my first time seeing a jungle Talon since the patch. So I'm kind of curious to see how he does. And Master Yi should do pretty well after those recent set of buffs he received, as he did get a lot of minor buffs that really made him better off in the early game and a lot more consistent. Also, we do see a clairvoyance up onto Janna. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be, as I haven't seen a lot of him as well. Looks like Talon does jump in the middle and does a lot of damage to Eve, but Eve does get away with a little bit of health. Though she will likely have to go to base after that, unless she wants to burn all of her potions. Graves taking a lot of damage down bottom, but Draven does get hit by the plant, really doing a good bit of damage to that plant. But it looks like Talon does dump in onto this Eve, and that will be first blood taken by Ahri. Looks like Draven is just going to keep continuing last hitting, and this Ahri should be able to crush Eve in lane. Though I'm not sure who has better roam, as their roam is both really deadly. Zyra taking a good bit of harass by this Draven. But Draven's just at a higher health at this point, and I'm not sure what they can really do. Zyra does get pretty low and does pop her passive, but it does get a double kill by Zyra. Though in the mid lane, Master Yi is taken down by Ahri and Talon. Talon doing a great job of just ganking here. Looks like Teemo will flash away, as he does have a ward there, and it will mean the death of Darius, maybe. Possibly. At some point Darius is going to die. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to execute himself in time. But Teemo should be able to get in range for something. Yes, he does land that last hit. And that's exactly what they needed this game. And if their top lane can do pretty well, the rest of the blue team should feel a lot more confident about going out. Because if Darius starts to roam, it's going to be trouble. Though the problem is, Eve has been kept in check by this Ahri early game, and Ahri picking up a double buff as well. And if Eve gets kept in check, she just gets pretty useless, as she needs to roam in the middle game. Talon is going to come down bottom, but he is picked out. Those Zyra and Graves aren't reacting to it properly, as someone's going to go down here. It looks like Xpecial on Zyra does get absolutely slaughtered there. This Talon's working out pretty well, thanks to several ganks that were almost gimmies. Looks like Master Yi is coming in and will pop the Alpha Strike and will do a good bit of damage. But he decides to go attack minions instead. Not what he really needs to do. Talon returning around for a gank. He is spotted out again. But will he be able to land anything? No, it looks like they're just going to push this tower and possibly dive it, as they are pretty strong at this point. Though I don't recommend diving a tower this early. But they just kind of zone them out. That's a large minion wave to lose. And this means the tower is going to get pretty low. Actually, he does come in, will he land an Alpha Strike? No, he decides to just sit there under tower. And Darius up top is in a lot of trouble from Teemo, as Teemo just pokes so much better than anyone else in the game from that mid-range. And that is a lot of damage on Zyra from just one axe. Janna Draven is such an amazing lane, because Draven gets his axes amplified by the Janna shield, and it is just a terror if he can land one or two of those, especially on a non-sustained lane like the Zyra Graves. Teemo doing a good bit of damage up top, but he will be taken low, and the dunk by Darius finishes him off. Looks like vines are thrown onto Janna, but Darius does come in. Graves will be okay, but it looks like Eve is going to try and roam down here, though Eve will be a little late to the party, as Draven and Janna really just need to back up. They haven't bought in a good while. Looks like Eve is going to come in, and Eve is sick. She does land her ultimate on both of them, and that means Janna is going to go down. Same with Draven. Will Draven get a counter kill? No. Zyra picks it up. Nice roam gank by Eve, and that's really what she needed in this game, as she is fairly weak at this point. She She's doing okay on CS. Talon is going to sit at this blue buff with Ahri, and this means Master Yi is in trouble. Master Yi is not 6, and he does go down. Nothing he can really do, though he does flash away at the last second. The ultimate by Ahri will finish him off. And that means a blue steal incoming for the red team. As it should respawn fairly soon. I don't remember exactly when it came off cooldown. Or when it was initially killed. Looks like Teemo is going to be chunked down here by Darius as he actually got in on him. And Teemo does live, but not in very healthy shape, as he gets dunked down by Darius. Darius' dunking power is just too strong for Teemo, as Teemo really needs boots. He's just getting picked off because Darius is faster. Nothing more than that. Ahri will be taking the blue buff here, as Zyra and Graves go take off these golems. Nice use of the plants by Zyra, using them to tank and not take any damage. Darius up top should be able to pick up this tower, as no one is in the area. Master Yi is going to be picking up his red buff. And not a whole lot else is going to go on for the moment. Eve is trying to get up here on Ahri, but Ahri should be just fine. And Ahri will begin to roam pretty soon. And Ahri roam is almost as deadly as an Eve roam. The only difference is Eve ignores wards, and ignoring wards is one of the best skills in the game. Looks like Teemo does come up top, but Darius doesn't really care as he gets pulled in and taken pretty low, but he does hit a shroom. And hitting a shroom means that he is going to go down, but looks like Draven down bottom goes down. It looks like Darius does go down to the tower thanks to some well-placed kiting by Teemo. And right now the score is 7-8 with a 1,300 gold lead for the red team. Mostly thanks to a bit better farming on basically all the lanes. Looks like Talon jumps in on Eve, and Eve will go down. And it looks like Master Yi is in a bit of trouble. But the flash by Talon does give him just enough of a slow with that red buff, and that is a double kill by Talon. And this Talon is a real menace at this point. And he's doing a lot better than I thought he would. But also, these ganks have been spot on. If he hadn't been getting these ganks, he would be in a bit of trouble. But he's landing almost every single one of them. And he combos really well with the Ahri, as they both can just clear a minion wave, land the charm, and Talon jump in with some big damage. Looks like Teemo up top is just going to wisely run away, though Darius might try and pick him off. Yes, he does get the pull in, and Teemo is in trouble. Teemo does flash away, Darius does chase. There is no shroom there, and Darius will finish him off with the dunk if he has it, but no, he decides to just toss out the ignite, as his dunk is on cooldown for another few moments. Looks like Draven doing a good bit of damage to that Zyra, and he will throw the ultimate out, but Zyra will go down to the ignite. Nice use of the flash ultimate there by Draven, picking up a much needed kill for him, as he is down in CS fairly significantly to Graves. Graves has picked up a Vampiric Scepter and a BF Sword. Looks like Eve does get charmed and taken very low by this Ahri. Though Ahri is going to be just fine, but Eve is fairly low and the charm misses. Though this means the middle tower might get taken down. Darius up top doing a good bit of damage to Master Yi, and Master Yi is forced to pop his ultimate, but he gets dunked. As Darius really using his dunking abilities for great fame, as he is take down another tower. As the mid tower goes down as well, this means the red team is going to go up for Dragon. They are up by 5,000 gold here, as Draven finishes off the bottom tower. And a quick 1, 2, 3 towers and a Dragon means the red team is in a commanding lead, as their Eve hasn't gotten a very good roam. You've got one good roam down bottom, and that's been it. She hasn't had much chance to roam elsewhere, and a nice use of the clairvoyance by Janna to spot out those people running into the bush. Master Yi has completed off his Wriggle's Lantern and nothing else. Looks like we have BF Sword up onto Graves. Eve picking up the double Duran's rings. Talon sitting here in the bush and will jump onto Graves, popping the ultimate for the extra speed. Graves is forced to flash away, and Talon should be able to get that kill, but he will pay for it, as Zyra is just a little too strong. Or is it the minions? It is the minions getting that kill, but trading your jungler for an AD carry, I'd say pretty worth it at this point, especially since the kill went on to the support. At least his Miracle actually going to be picked up by Janna. I have not seen that item in game. It seems like it'd be a pretty good item. Eve waiting down here to jump on Draven, and Draven does take good bit of damage, but the Janna heal will keep him safe, just barely, as he is not rooted. And that means Draven does get away, and Janna as well. Beautiful heal there placed by Janna. Looks like Darius up top is jumping in on Teemo. And the fighting never seems to stop this game. Looks like Darius has gone for a Warmongs and the double Duran's ring, so Teemo is not going to have a good time here, as he's not even taking damage from those mushrooms, and he will die to this tower. Or the fact that Ahri is going to run in and make sure she picks up that kill. We have Elise's Miracle Kage's lucky pick, Kindle Gem and Sightstone up onto Janna. Draven has finished off his Bloodthirster and likely going for that Berserker Greaves next. We have Ahri with the Deathfire Grasp and Chalice. We do see Talon picking up the Black Cleaver and the Machete. Eve, if she does try to come in that bush, is going to be taken down pretty low. But Master Yi decides to pop his ultimate and run away. Master Yi does not even have boots at this point, as in a bit of trouble. Teemo has gone for the penetration build, picking up the Haunting Guys and Sorcerer's Shoes. We do see Zyra with a Kindle Gem, Philosopher's Stone, and Ruby Sightstone. Master Yi has picked up his boots now. Eve with the double Duran's rings and Blasting Wand. Looks like Eve is in a bit of trouble as Janet throws out some nice harassment. Xpecial is in the area but misses. And this looks like Janna will be alive. But Eve runs away at the last second. Ahri does not have ult to pursue. Darius up top taking out Teemo with a big dunk. And this Teemo is not having much fun. He's down 30 CS and multiple kills. So Eve is going to try and get away, but is forced to just run. Though Draven is here and he will pick up this kill. Talon is in a bit of trouble as he tries to kill Graves, but Master Yi has something to say about that and finishes him off with a double strike. And at this point, the blue team is in a lot of trouble, down 7,000 gold. And even more in just general map presence, as their Eve never got a good roam off. And if Eve's not getting roams off, she is not doing her job as a mid laner. Her job as a mid laner is to stay alive through the early game. In mid game, roam around and apply a lot of pressure and make your team afraid to go out there and actually get minions. Darius going for the pure health route of a Warmongs into the Giant Belt. Draven picking up red here and is in real good position to carry this game, along with the rest of his team, as they're all ahead. Looks like Ahri is going to try and come down here and sneak something in, but Master Yi will dodge it. Though Ahri just going to get away thanks to her Spirit Rush. So Draven does throw in there and knocks Master Yi back. Nice charm by Ahri means Eve won't be in fighting shape as well. So Xpecial's trying to get something to happen, but there's a ward there. Draven will get fairly low, and will he go down? No, he will not, as Janna saves him at the last second. Talon does come up here and pick off the kills. And this Talon is dominating, along with Ahri. Looks like Xpecial tries to get something to happen, but no such luck. Will the ultimate land? No, her passive does not land. And looks like up top, Teemo is in for a world of trouble, as Darius can easily just kill him at his will. Though he's going to be merciful on Teemo. And at the 16-minute mark, it is an 8,000 gold lead, with the red team just snowballing out of control here. I'm not sure what blue team can do to get back in this, as Talon is really ridiculous at this point. Same thing with Ahri, Janna, and Draven. I'm just going to say the entire team, because they're all so incredibly far ahead. Looks like Talon's going to jump here onto Master Yi, but Master Yi does have his ultimate, which allows him to get away. Janna down bottom getting a little greedy, but she should be fine. Here's a quick look at the gold, and it's not looking pretty for gold. Though the interesting thing is, despite Talon's large number of kills and assists, she's actually behind Janna. Janna does take a little bit of damage here, but she does pop the heal and the ultimate to save her from the ignite, and she does actually live. Really impressive use of everything Janna has. Looks like Ahri's going in, but she will be taken down here, as she has got a little too greedy, though Darius does flash in. Darius has enough health to do basically whatever he wants at this point, as he is going to rack up some damage on Xpecial. Talon coming in here to fight Master Yi, and a dunk finishes off Zyra. Looks like Master Yi is also finished off by a big dunk. And this Darius is dunking all over the place. This does mean another tower will likely go down. Unless Eve can get in there and kill someone like Janna or Talon, who are just playing a little greedy at this point, though I don't think they care. They are up now 10,000 gold and 6 towers to 1. It's pretty ridiculous. Eve just waiting, but Eve will get the hit onto Janna. Though Darius, she does hit Darius as well. Poorly placed ultimate. Meaning Darius can dunk his way to victory. Draven up top fighting Teemo, and Teemo might get the best of him here. Though Draven, real big damage thanks to a crit or two from that Zeal. Shard of True Ice up onto Janna, Kindle Gem, and Sightstone as well. Ahri has picked up a needlessly large rod. Looks like Darius and Janna are fighting down here, but Janna will go down. But Darius will win with another dunk. Meaning this Darius is really ridiculous, and he is landing his ultimate all over the place. Looks like he is about to complete a death cap. We do have Graves with the Bloodthirster and Zeal. Master Yi picking up the Everence Blade, Wriggle's Lantern, and Boots. You see Zyra with the Philosopher's Stone, Ruby Sightstone, and Lock the Onside Ahri. Talon picks up Dragon on the back end, the Aldridge Torment, and Sorcerer's Shoes up on Teemo. Darius going for the pure health build of the Frozen Mallet, Warmogs, and another Giant's Belt in addition to the Doran's Blades. Fights can break out here as Ahri does miss the charm, but Teemo is taken out thanks to that Deathfire Grasp, and Ahri does get away. Ultimate by Draven comes out, but it does not pick up the kill on Eve, though the bleed does. Ahri gonna jump in here onto Xpecial on Zyra, but Zyra does not stand a chance. Though she is going to be annoying for a little bit, it really doesn't matter at this point. As there is just way too much damage coming out of this Darius, but he misses his dunk. And Ahri finishes off that kill. You do see Talon with Black Cleaver, Wriggle's Lantern, and Ninja Tabai up. And it's going to be a GG pretty soon. The kill score is 11-31 with 7 towers up on the red team. And a 14,000 gold lead just before the 20-minute mark. Draven does come up here and really makes Master Yi pay. And this Master Yi is not done very well, nor has the CE. The bottom lane kept up fairly well, but a few key ganks by this Talon really snowballed them away. Eve doing a bit of damage here, but Eve just doesn't have the damage to even kill Janna at this point, as Ahri does jump in on Graves. Graves might get a kill here, but no, he does not pop his ultimate. It is not even available. Eve might get a kill on Janna, but kill on Janna, especially giving a reset on your killing spree to Talon, is not exactly the wise thing to do. Teemo is going to try and suicide the Baron here to prevent his death. And it looks like a first inhibitor of the game will go down here at just past the 20-minute mark. Darius is going to chunk it down with Talon coming in as well. And this is just a pretty ridiculous game. Talon jumping in there onto Zyra. Will he be able to get the kill? No. Master Yi will pick up a kill, getting the shutdown on Talon. And some much needed gold. And if the red team just want to decide to rush the base, they might actually go down. But I don't think Darius is going down anytime soon. He's sitting at over 4,000 health, 4,200 health. And literally, he's just a tanky beast at this point. Looks like the entire team does jump on him, and he will go down. But look at all it took to take him down. And he was alone, completely away from everyone else. And what is he going to buy next? Probably a Sunfire Cape is my guess. As he could use the armor. Then after Sunfire Cape, go for some magic resistance. Janna going to duel Teemo here. And Janna getting the best of him. But it looks like he's going to come in. So here's Draven. As Draven just chunks down the Sieve. And thanks to the tornado, it keeps him in place for the ultimate. Draven really hurting that Zyra as Draven has completed the Phantom Dancer and likely to go for the Last Whisper next. Draven using that red buff to the fullest, but a nice Grasping Roost by Zyra does save Graves for a few moments. Draven going to jump in on this Teemo, but Teemo does have a good chance of doing some damage as he is blind, but the Ignite just too much. Master Yi jumping in, but the ultimate from Janna does get the save. And this Janna is really doing a great job of support, really keeping this Draven alive and allowing Draven to pump out huge amounts of damage. Janna does hit the shroom and will be in a bit of trouble, but there's Draven and Ahri. And Ahri should be able to pick up these kills pretty easily. She decides to go for Zyra over Graves. I'm not sure why. Static Shiv up onto Graves. Not a bad item. Sword of the Divine up onto Master Yi. He really could use the extra burst damage from those crits, but I don't think he got it soon enough to really matter. Looks like Draven is jumping in there, and Draven picks up the kill. Talon does jump in on this Teemo. Draven gets shut down by Teemo, but Teemo falls as well. And this should be a good game with Graves, Teemo, and Zyra down for another few seconds. Also, Eve not doing a whole lot. And yes, there's a Sunfire Cape on Darius. And Darius sitting at 3250 in terms of health, or 4250, excuse me, in terms of health. And that is a good game. Nothing much they could have done. It was just a snowball, thanks to several good kills in the mid lane. Final score is 15-40 with a almost 20,000 gold lead for the red team. Nothing much they could do on any real lane, as they lost every single one fairly hard. And that is just the example of a snowball. Nothing more than a pure snowball.
Thank you for watching Games Cast by PanderNyrl. If you wish to see more, follow my YouTube and Twitch pages below.